What is our next main topic today?
All right, let's do Tanner Botting. Greetings and salutations. I wanted to know what you thought about the news that Keanu Reeves is in talks to star in Marvel's The Eternals. Speaking for myself, I love this news. Do you think that even though the property isn't that well known, that adding an actor like Reeves to it will boost its profile and get average movie fans more interested in it, maybe making it as successful as Guardians of the Galaxy was?
First of all, let me mention this. Speaking of Keanu Reeves, last night got around to watching the new Netflix movie with Ali Wong and Asian Jim. I keep forgetting his name, but he's from Fresh Off the Boat. In their new romantic comedy, Always Be My Maybe, of which, of course, you saw in the trailer, Keanu Reeves makes an appearance. Oh my God, that movie's really cute. That is one of the better Netflix original films I've seen. It was very cute and adorable. It's not a top 10 or 15 movie of the year by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really adorable and had some really good chuckles and laughs. And Keanu Reeves is amazing in this film. And he plays himself, by the way. There was a rumor going around that he plays himself in the movie. He does. And he is absolutely fantastic in it. If you get a chance to watch Always Be My Maybe, it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's cute. It's adorable. Got some charm, got a little bit of fun. It's a little silly and cheesy, yes, but it is what it is. But totally worth the watch. So check it out if you get a chance to do that. All right. So the possibility of a Keanu Reeves popping up in the MCU has been an exciting idea for a while. I mean, there have been rumors and people whispering about it and talking about it for years, literally. So now we've got this movie, The Eternals, coming. And the neat thing about The Eternals is that, well, it's going to be the next film that comes after Black Widow. We know Black Widow's already shooting. That's going to be the next film to come out. But apparently the ones that's going to come out right after that is going to be Eternals. Now, they haven't give us a lot of information. We know Angelina Jolie's already attached. We've heard a bunch of other names being floated around. Could Keanu Reeves be that next guy? Okay. Once again, a lot of reports flying around. Keanu Reeves rumored to be in the new Eternals. Again, I go back to you guys and say, follow the source. Where is this coming from? Did this news come from the studio? No. Did it come from Variety? No. Did it come from Deadline? No. Did it come from Forbes? No. Did it come from one of the top tier websites like a Coming Soon or a Cinema Blend or something, or a Joe Blow or something? No, didn't come from any of those. Where this story comes from is from this pretty small website, which is nothing wrong with being a pretty small website. The movie blog was a pretty small website, and I'm very proud of that. So, small websites represent. But from this small website called MCU Cosmic. And MCU Cosmic, they wrote that they had the exclusive story that they have heard from their sources that Keanu Reeves is not only being looked at, but in negotiations. Negotiations means you've already been picked and now you're seeing if you can work out the deal. They're actually in negotiations with Keanu Reeves. Now, let me just say something here that I say quite often. There is nothing wrong at all with a site that if they believe they got information to share it with their viewers, readers, listeners. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I've done that. What I do think is an issue, though, is when websites take that information from smaller sites and then running it as legitimate news stories. Hell, I've often said when I've broken news, even when I broke that, I'm the one who told you that the upcoming Star Wars dates, those are the Benioff and Weiss movies. They're not the Rian Johnson movies, right? That's me. I'm not Variety. I'm not Forbes. I don't think other sites should run that as a headline. I don't think other YouTube channels should make videos saying John Campea, because who the hell's John Campea? I'm freaking nobody. So you shouldn't run I think I should be able to share with my viewers and readers if I've heard something, but I am not a scoop machine. I am not a major Hollywood insider. Other websites should not take what I say and run headlines out of it. Nor do I think that other sites should take just something that any website writes, whether it's an MCU Cosmic or otherwise, and consider that reliable enough that they should run their own headlines based on it. I don't think they should do it on my stories. I don't think they should do it on stories like this. So I think that's a little questionable. I think that's really questionable. You shouldn't be running that stuff. Now, as far as whether or not MCU Cosmic is right about this, I will give this one little disclaimer. Do you remember a while ago there were confirmed reports going around that the new Endgame movie was going to be called Endgame Annihilation? I believe MCU Cosmic was the source of that. I believe they were the ones who said that we've got, multiple confirmed sources saying that this is Annihilation and blah, blah, blah. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you get fed wrong information. I'm the guy who got told that Adrian Brody was going to be Ant-Man like 7 years ago. Remember that? How did that turn out? Not so well. So sometimes you get fed wrong information and you get it wrong, and that happens. All I'm saying is that when a site like mine or a site like MCU Cosmic shares something with their viewers or readers that they consider to be a story, I don't think other websites should ever consider that, oh, that's legitimate enough that we should be running headlines on that. So that's my thoughts on that. Now, as to whether or not this story could actually be true. Could this story actually be true? It's possible. I mean, right now, Keanu Reeves his name right now has never been hotter ever before. Somebody asked me a while ago, do you think Keanu Reeves have at the height of his career now, even more than he was during The Matrix? And at the time I said, no, I think he was probably hotter during The Matrix, but I'm starting to change my mind on that. I'm starting to think his name is worth more today, and his name is hotter today than maybe it's ever been. And so is now the time to strike for Keanu Reeves to jump into something like an MCU or a DC universe or something along those lines? Is now the time for an MCU or a DC to go after an actor like Keanu Reeves to put him in their projects? If you're Marvel and you've already got Angelina Jolie in there, you pair her up with Keanu Reeves, what's not to like about that? Now, as far as the part of your question saying, could adding a Keanu Reeves automatically make audiences want to rush out to see a movie? No, that simply doesn't happen anymore. The days of a movie star's name being attached to the movie, guaranteeing big box office, those days are gone. The last person, you could sort of say that might still be true for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because certainly his movies make a lot more money than they would have if it wasn't him in those movies. So you can make an argument for that. The last actor I believe that truly represented that, like put him in, you're almost guaranteed box office, was Will Smith a number of years ago. There was a long street. When you put Will Smith in something, people would go see it. But I just think that era that of the movie star will bring out big numbers, that's just gone. Could it bring more excitement to the project? It could. Could it bring more attention to the project? It could. So look, I'd be totally down if they added Keanu Reeves to something like The Eternals. I'd be totally all for it. I have my suspicions and I have my doubts that this story is actually correct, but it might be. All I'm saying is, for the sake of argument, if it is real and if it is true, you can mark me down as being totally all for it. What do you guys think about that? If Keanu Reeves joins the MCU, would you be okay with that? Would you want to see something like this? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.